Hello, Reds from around the world. Welcome to Off United, and welcome especially to our preview for Manchester United's epic FA Cup clash versus Watford. I was trying to think of another adjective to put after epic, but I can't. This is like a third round FA Cup game. They're always miserable. They're always relatively crap. But we usually sometimes win. So, in that regard, we should look forward to seeing our ways through. And I am, of course, joined by, for this preview by the wonderful Temi to my this way. And to the, I think, first time hanging out with me, Connor, I've been dying to ask you this. Why the hell have you got two first names? Connor Roberts. What's going on there?
You don't want to know my full name either. I've got like a triple-barreled surname, so it goes on. I won't say it on air.
Yes, I would say that won't take as long as you think. I want to hear your full name, please, and everyone does too.
Get a like target on the video, and I'll.
Okay. I like this. I like that mindset. Connor wants us to get to 3 likes on the YouTube video, and then we'll get his full name. We will get his full name. The people need to see your birth cert. Sorry, I'm going a bit Trump here, but still, he's in the news for the past 500 years. Temi, I've never asked you, is Temi your full name, or is that short for something?
My full name? It's Temi Lolu. I'm Nigerian, so for anyone who's Nigerian, y'all know what that is.
Motherfucker, you just get cooler and cooler. There's 5 already. Come on, Connor. Full name was Mother Hubbard.
Oh, this is going to come back to bite me, isn't it? So it's Connor, spelt the correct way before anyone corrects me, because I know a lot of people say OR. Forgive me that one. And then it's Ross Maguire and then Roberts.
What? That's Irish. And then my mate's name's Ross Maguire.
Yeah, so I got a bit of Irish and a bit of everything in there.
Yes, the Irish are taking over. To be fair, where are the me lucky charms? Whatever we're supposed to say in all these platforms, I haven't got a notion. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for joining us in the chat. As I just said, the Irish are taking over, and the Nigerian as well. So it's perfect. It's all green. It's all green, baby. So we are chatting Manchester United's upcoming game with Watford in the FA Cup. Reeling a little bit from last night's epic defeat, but we are going to be chatting a bit, covering what we're hoping from, what we expect Ollie to bring on Saturday. It is Saturday, isn't it? It is Saturday. And what we expect from Watford as well. And guys, thanks so much for joining us in the comments. We have a lovely amount. There's people watching on Facebook, wherever you're watching. Please come over to YouTube, subscribe to the channel. We just hit 2,000 subscribers on YouTube, so we are flying. Come over here, check us out here, and leave comments in the comment section. Jamie's here. Thanks, Jamie, for coming. Stuart, Jamie again. Sorry, Stuart. Hey, Stuart. I swear on everything, I thought I saw you on the chase today. I swear I thought I saw Stuart. Because Stuart, I only know you from that photo there, okay? And the guy, he was from Northern Ireland. He was involved in a political party, but he wouldn't say what party he was involved with, which makes me think he's a right-wing nut job. But still, I know you're not Stuart. I hope you're not Stuart. And his specialty was, I can't remember something else. It was something. What he loves to do is travel with Northern Ireland, and I know you're a Northern Ireland fan, but also Manchester United. And I was sitting there going, oh my God, it's just Stuart. Is this Stuart? And I was sitting there for ages. Patients were worrying. People were dying, Stuart, okay? And then he goes, okay, Daniel, let's go. And I was like, it's not even Stuart. It's not even Stuart. It was a big load of nothing. Big load. Thanks for nothing, Stuart. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lingard. I don't know. We're here to talk about football. So we're playing Watford on the weekend, FA Cup third round. First of all, we went with pretty much a full strength lineup against City last night. Didn't go in our favor. You could say Henderson and maybe Lindelof were the only people that you could make shift from our best 11. And it didn't really work out in our favor. So, Temi, we'll go to you first. How much do you expect changes to happen going into the Watford game?
Yeah, I think he'll put out a strong side, but I think there will definitely be changes. Like in the back four, I expect Tellez to start. I expect to see Tuanzebe be in the up front. I expect Mason to start, potentially Dan James, people like that. But I still think he's going to field the side that we should win comfortably with. He's not going to bring the kids in or anything like that. But I expect 4 to 5 changes. Maybe Matic comes in, which is against Watford, that's a huge bonus. So I mean, I think he's going to rotate, but that being said, when we've rotated in the past, it's still been pretty strong squad. So don't expect to see like Palestri or, people like that playing in this game unless we're up like 3-0.
So you don't expect to see Palestri? Well, you don't expect to see him start.
No, I don't expect to see any of our like, future, our young talent.
Yeah.
Like Watford's a championship side. It's not like we're facing a League Two side or something like that. Like we lost to them just last year. So
we don't need to hear about another loss, Temi.
I mean, honestly, I'm just saying don't expect to see like, I think I saw somebody say Lingard might start, maybe, but I'm expecting a relatively strong squad to play.
Okay, cool. Connor, for yourself?
Yeah, I agree with Temi. I think if we'd have won last night, I think that might have changed the team selection slightly for the weekend. I think, obviously, it's very clear Ollie wants to win a trophy, and so he should aspire to try and get a trophy as well. I wouldn't expect to see mountains of changes. He said there's going to be a few. The main one, or the main couple for me, I just hope Fernandes and Rashford are nowhere near that starting 11 because it's clear to everyone that they need a big rest. It will be you can imagine the storm on social media and the questions we asked if Van der Beek's not in this starting lineup, because if he can't start against Watford, he's not going to get him anywhere. So I'd say about 4 or 5 changes. I think Temi's right. I think Matic probably comes in. I think you probably see Greenwood, Dan James, but I wouldn't expect to see loads of changes. I wouldn't expect to see half the academy in there and Palestri and so on.
So if you're going if you're going to have to start one academy player, who would you go for? We'll go to, I won't zero on you, just whoever you want to say. Temi, go first.
No, yeah, I guess if we're being, does Brandon Williams still count as an academy player? I don't know.
But he came up through the academy, but like that's kind of a cop out, Temi. You are better than that.
I would say no, but honestly, maybe at right back, Ethan Laird. I guess that's the one that's interesting to me. And Palestri, obviously, if he starts, I wouldn't be thrilled with that. But if he starts, it'd be exciting. You know what I'm saying? So I guess those two would be my pick of the litter.
And Rachel's got the classic Rashford. Rachel, thank you so much for that. You are technically correct, but you kind of destroyed what we're going for here. But thank you for taking part. Please get your comments in. And we got Jamie. Jesus, Jamie's taking us home. We can see. Oh no, hold on. He ruins it by the end.
Oh, that's the start.
Oh no, actually, sorry, that's just the start. Sorry, I kind of skipped halfway through. I kind of saw Henderson, then I just skipped to Williams. I saw Palestri, and I was like, okay, no.
That young guy Lingard counts as a.
No, he does count. He does count. I'm gonna play the game on that. You're dead right, Rachel. You caught us out in our own game. Jacob with Laird at right back and Palestri right wing would be ideal. Connor, for yourself.
It would be nice to see Palestri, Ethan Laird, potentially Ted and Mengi if he can get into the into the starting squad. I think will be a good stepping stone because we're not going to get much more easier games than this for the rest of the season now.
Well, it's a shame that we're not Man City because they seem to just get the easiest draw somehow, like every single time. I don't know how that. Yeah, crazy. Absolutely.
When are we gonna get Brentford in a semi-final? Like.
But for who was I going to say next? Oh yeah, we have Diallo coming. I suppose we'll touch on this a little bit because there is a chance he could play, but we'll kind of talk about him briefly. From tell me what you know about him. Do you expect to see him at all play on Saturday, and how much are you looking forward to seeing him in a Manchester United jersey?
Yeah, to answer your first question, he's definitely not going to play on the weekend. No chance he gets the turnover and gets to be with the squad and actually integrate himself on time. To answer your question about how much I know about him, I feel like I know just as much about it as most people who don't watch Italian football consistently. I try to watch Italian football, but not specifically Atalanta. But he's from what I've seen, obviously he's an exciting talent. I don't like to be the YouTube scout or the person who watches somebody for let's say a full 90 and then thinks they know everything about the player.
That's me.
It's the same thing with Dan James. When Dan James came in, obviously you saw the highlights. You're like, oh wow, this guy has pace. Turn of pace, whatever. But I always say like I have to see him playing with actual top level players to judge if he's going to be good. Obviously, he has talent. We spent a lot of money on him, and he's pretty well regarded. But I'm not gonna sit here and say he's gonna be great or he's gonna be poor until I see at least 5 to 6 games, where we can judge him and see where he needs to improve.
Absolutely, he's winning the Ballon d'Or next season. That's a great shout by Temi, and he's 100% accurate every single time. We've clipped every time Temi has made these outrageous claims, but they tend to happen. Connor, for yourself, I'm not even sure if he's able to, but maybe he could make the bench. I'm not even sure what, because he signed today, so there isn't enough time. But how much are you looking forward to seeing him play?
Again, I haven't seen. I've probably seen some YouTube clips and some things on Twitter, so I'm not going to say that I've seen him at all because they're very misleading at times. So no, exciting to see. I think a lot of high-level journalists and a lot of scouts over in Italy have said that he's very highly rated. So of course I'm excited to see anyone that's in that right-hand side will help the team massively. My only concern with him is the amount of pressure that's going to be put on him by the fan base, because we don't have any right winger at all. It was only a few months ago a lot of people wanted Dallo at right wing, and now we're probably going to pile all this pressure on coming in. So really excited to see him play. I just hope not all of the pressure is heaped on him, especially early on.
Yeah, absolutely. But of course, guys, keep your comments coming in. We know we absolutely love you, and please, if you're on YouTube, like the video. It helps us so much, and all those sort of things. Just do lovely things. It's 2021. It's been pretty miserable so far. America's on fire. So if the only good deed you do today is liking this YouTube video, it'll help Temi. Temi's house is on fire right now, and he's doing this video. The Trump, they're in his house. That place they attacked is Temi's house, and he's still doing this video. Come on. Like the video. But Temi, for we saw the result last night. We watched the game. It was pretty miserable. 2-0. We never really looked like we were getting into gear. And as Connor said earlier on, I personally don't want to even see Bruno on the bench. I think he needs to have a serious rest. I think he deserves like a weekend away, possible, or just to relax. But like, what are you hoping from for this weekend? Is it just the result to get through? Do you want a style of play? Do you want to see Donny Donny masterclass? What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping to see some team shape, or some proper team shape. I think the biggest problem with us and when we lose games is when we lose our team shape, and that's what honestly did us in, along with the lack of just quality in the final third. I think that really, really did us in against City. If we can have a proper team shape, pass the ball correctly, make it difficult for Watford to get out of their own half. That's what I want to see. Obviously, it's going to be difficult to. What Ollie struggled with last year is breaking down these smaller teams, and now it seems like he's doing that at a much higher clip. Now the struggle, it seems, is when somebody who's thinking at a higher level than him, can he grab a foothold of those type of games? So I expect what I really want to see is just some consistency with the team shape. Hopefully we get to see Donny, like you just mentioned, and I think he actually brings a ton of more balance to our team shape. And I think if we do that, we're going to win this game comfortably, no matter what side we really field. I think we're much better side, so we should be winning that game pretty comfortably.
Yep, I'd agree with you. And he must say no weekend away for Fernandes. We're in lockdown. He must stay at home. Yes, I realised that. And poor him with his millions and millions of euros that he has to stay in his mansion all weekend. My heart bleeds from him. Every part of me bleeds from him. But Connor, for you, like we said, no Bruno. We're looking to see Donny starting. And I was actually reading reports during the week that Donny is completely happy with everything at United. He was told when he was joining that this would be the process, that it's about working him into the team, not working the team around him. So I'd say he every time he comes on, he gives 100%. His head hasn't dropped. So for me, if it works out that next season this is all just a distant memory and it was all done the right way, then I'm fine with it. But he needs to be starting this game. I full on believe he will start this game. But for you, Connor, what are you looking for from the weekend?
I just hope some players can get some confidence. I think Martial and Greenwood, in particular, for our attacking players, need that confidence boost if they can get a couple of goals between them or each. I think that'll do them the world of good. Like you just said with Van der Beek, I think it's being made into a bigger thing than it is, like it always is with United. I'm pretty sure he's happy as it is. I'm sure he'll probably get the game at the weekend. So for me personally, I just hope Greenwood and Martial can can get some goals between them, because those two this season have started the season pretty slow. They've not been terrible in games, certainly not been our worst players by any stretch of the imagination, but I just think they need a good confidence boost. And it's a good chance for some of these fringe players actually to stake a claim for potentially Burnley next week, because we obviously Liverpool got a big rest before the game against us on the 17th, whereas obviously we've got to go to Burnley first. So maybe some of these fringe players can potentially stake a claim to be starting or included in the squad in that game as well.
Yeah, actually, Jacob just put in a good question here, and this is how I feel this way about the Champions League group stages, but not so much cup ties and stuff like that. But Jacob said, "I'd rather us get a difficult team through." I'd rather us get difficult teams through. Though I'd rather us get fucking hell. Turn time the charm. I'd rather us get difficult teams, though. It's the only way we will evolve. And for me, I'm fine with that when in the group stage of Champions League, because I remember when we got a couple of years ago, we got Juventus, and then we were obviously got ourselves and whoever it was in the other two teams. They weren't great teams, but I remember thinking that I want a top European team, a top team in the group stage, so we can go against them. But still, if we don't come up against them properly, we can still get second place, and that's good. Do you know what I mean? But like any other time of the week, I'll take the worst team possible. We can practice team shape. We don't have to get into second gear. We can get used to playing with each other. Did that come out as well as I hoped it would? I don't know if anyone. Yeah, okay. No one laughed, so no one heard that. But how? Temmie, you were shaking your head the whole time.
I do think on a more.
Go on, Connor. Do you want to take it?
Oh,
you frozen?
Yes, no, sorry. I was just going to say, I do think this season, easier ties is definitely going to help, just because of the fixture congestion. We don't want to be playing difficult team after difficult team. You've got 2 games a week.
Yeah. Temmie, for yourself, what are your thoughts on playing better sides? When is it good? When is it bad?
Yeah, if you're trying to win, all that doesn't matter. I'm so sorry. Like, if you want to win a tournament, you want to have the easiest possible schedule, because you're always, especially if you're a top team like us, and you're competing in, potentially 4 competitions. Why not get the easiest team you possibly can? Worry about what you need to worry about. If you see West Brom in an FA Cup final, you're gonna be like, darn, I wish I had Man City to make us evolve. Like, no, I'm gonna take West Brom FA Cup final and win that FA Cup final. No one's gonna remember who you faced in the final. No one ever remembers second runner-up.
Yeah, Temmie, that was way too wholesome. If you when you said, "Oh, if we have to play West Brom in an FA Cup final," darn, oh fiddlesticks, I have to play West Brom. Oh no. Guys, wherever you're watching, please come over to YouTube. Please like the video. It'll help us get. I don't know what it helps with, but Ben tells us it's a good idea, so please do it for us. A couple of comments coming in. Van Gaal took the FA Cup seriously. We won it. Ollie's turn. Yeah, look, we need these cup games are important. And like we looked at beforehand, just before we went live, at Watford's form, and they, a bit wishy-washy, winning some games, losing some games, pretty inconsistent. They're like us, so they'll probably get to the semi-final, I guess. But like it tends to be like, when you're a championship team, where does the FA Cup lie for you? Because you either take it somewhat seriously and get through, but it seems to be that everyone just wants to get out of the tournament as quickly as possible until you get to like the semi-final. So like, are we expecting anything? They've only got Sarr. It's the only real player I know. They've no Irish player, so I hate them. But is there anything that we can fear about in Watford? Is it just about complacency? Temmie, what do you think?
No, yeah, I definitely think that it's important that we don't think too much about their squad. Like, it sounds awful, but obviously from a coaching perspective, you want to like do your homework. But I think that Watford team isn't the same Watford team we saw last year, even though, like I mentioned, that they beat us. But when a team goes to the championship, they lose players. I'm sure they've lost some players that are pretty, valuable to them outside of Ismail Assar, who was like the big, talking point. But I don't think they're going to rest their players a ton. Like, they're going to try and, win the game. Make an upset. There's financial implications to getting further in the tournament. So I think everyone's going to try and do their best and win. They're not, and what they do against big teams are probably going to sit back and try and get us on the break. So that doesn't require too much running, honestly. But hey, who knows?
Yeah, that's fair. And it's down to two. It's down to two men. Because Connor's message me said he's slightly behind and he's going to hop out and come back in, which is nice. It'll be a nice surprise to come on. But, yeah, no, for me, with Watford, I would have been a lot happier for playing a level of Tranmere or someone like that, because they're not going to do, like, I know those teams do stuff, but they tend to just are in it for the payday more than anything else. They just want to hopefully get through the next round just so they can pay people. But Connor, you're back with us, baby.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah, well, we can see it, so it counts. But what are your any fears, any apprehensions about going up against the mighty Watford, who also they beat us, but they also beat Liverpool, so we can point that out as well, Tammy. Okay.
No, not really. I think they're one of the only teams actually left that still play a 4-4-2. The only player really to watch out for is Sarr. I don't think they've got too much quality anywhere else. Ben Foster is still obviously a top level keeper, and looking forward to his video after the United game. But no, I don't think we should be worried about them too much. I said it for the City game, but I think especially for this one, we don't need to be looking at how we beat them. They need to be looking at how they beat us, because there's not too many players. Well, there's none really, apart from maybe just got to be a bit careful with Sarr on the counter attack that we need to be worried about.
But there should be, like we're saying, there should be no issues. Let's be realistic. Okay, guys, we're 5 likes away from 20 likes, which means if we get 20 likes, that means Ben will release my dog, which he kidnapped. So please, if you wouldn't mind liking the video so I can get my lovely doggy back. So before we finish up, we did lose the League Cup. We're going into the FA. We're going to the FA Cup now. We'll touch on this. And guys in the comments, you've been fantastic. Keep them coming in. How vital is this? Is to get a bit of silverware, or let's be like, if you were offered now, right? And this might sound mad to any other team, but like if you were offered now, I'm going to put your head. Okay, either lose this game or lose in the semi-final. What would you go for? Who wants to go first? Anyone? Just
losing the semis, of course.
Yeah,
but like I don't know. There's so many times we've lost, and we've lost 4.
No, you can't think like that.
But
if you have a chance to win it, honestly, for this squad in particular, we desperately need silverware. Like, it might not, like, the FA Cup might not be important to us as fans because, like, the bragging rights aren't the same, things like that. But as a team, they need to know that they can win, and they haven't been able. Right now, as this team stands, we are 4 semifinals, 4 losses. That's all they know. So mentally, there's obviously a mental hurdle. So if they can get to a final in any competition, it doesn't matter if it's Europa League, FA Cup. We need to. Yeah. I think they're taking it seriously, and that coaching staff specifically taking it very seriously.
Yeah, but so Connor, how important do you think this is that Ollie gets a trophy in this season? Because we're like, people are saying in the comments, it's 3 years now.
Yeah, I think it's more important for Ollie to get a trophy than it is maybe for the players. I don't, like Temi just said there, the mental block potentially that's playing on the players' minds now, because that is 4 semi-finals. Slightly unlucky against Sevilla, but the other 3 would dire performances in my eyes. But yeah, I think more important for Ollie, because I think the pressure will really start to ramp up if he doesn't get a trophy this year. Obviously, we all would like it to be the Premier League. We've got a decent run in the Europa League, but obviously the FA Cup is a good chance as well.
Yeah. I just want a fucking trophy. I said this so many times. I wouldn't give my right arm. I give like the top end of my fingernail to take that FA Cup off of Louis van Gaal and give it to Ollie. I just want one trophy. David Moyes has a Community Shield, and he lauds that. He lauds that over our poor Ollie. So just one trophy. Is that too much to ask for? Who's this comment coming in? Oh, sorry, I'll read the top one. I think I'd rather lose in semis against the top side, and would be to highlight, hopefully, the issues clear. Okay. Because if we lost versus Watford, it would be with a rotated side. You could always blame that. And when we couldn't say that the first team would definitely steamroll Watford. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. And I'm hoping for a lot of the kids to play. Well, not more secondary guys to play. I was at the Charity Shield Community Shield game too against Wigan. Yeah, 2-0. What a day! Yeah, no, we just need a trophy. I just want Ollie to get a trophy, and I do think it'll come. I think we have a far better team this year than we had last year. and we just have to keep going, and it will come. But just you need to keep faith, which I think they are. I think the board have us back for once, actually. So we're into the final section now, guys. Wherever you're watching, please go to YouTube. Please like the video. Please be sound. Every football fan wants to see the Tywin Trophy, but we're seeing progress. Patience is needed, and they'll get some. Ashley, you're dead right. I was watching a video today on the worst January signings ever across like European football. Sanchez wasn't on it, so we didn't get a mention. It was great, but Stephen Calker was on it. Who signed for Liverpool and played 3 games as a striker. Madness. But that was under Jurgen Klopp, and in his first season, they came 8. So, and look where they are now. I hate talking about Liverpool in a positive light, but that's what happens when you trust the process, trust the manager, you get success. But I hope they absolutely fall apart every day of my life. I would give the other top end of my fingernail for Liverpool to fall apart. So to finish up, guys, and get your thoughts in the comments. And remember to like the video, please, and subscribe to the channel, all those sort of lovely things. Result and first goal scorer. Temi, go first.
First goal scorer will be Mason Greenwood.
Deadly.
And we're going to win 2-0.
Guaranteed. That's a Temi guarantee. Connor, for yourself?
I'm going to agree. I think Mason Greenwood, and I'm going to go 3-1. I think.
Yeah, we will concede. My mate has assigned Calker Spurs shirt. He didn't play for Spurs, did he? Did he play for Spurs? Jacob, did he play for Spurs? Because I remember him at QPR. I think it was. No, Chris Samba was at Blackburn. Was he at Blackburn? He was at Sheffield United or something like that as well. There's a wave. Come over to YouTube and wave at us. That's on Twitter, is it? Yeah. That's going to annoy me now because I don't want to Google that and Stephen Calker played for Spurs. And we're on a United channel, so he shouldn't even be covering it. But still, if you wouldn't mind coming in, he did. Thank you, Stuart. And Jacob, thank you for the H. Oh no, you were just spelling yeah right. Okay. Yeah, okay, to finish this up, I'm gonna say 3-0. I'm gonna say I usually say Greenwood, tend to be the host says Greenwood for some reason. 3-1 Greenwood. I'm gonna say 3-0, and I'm going to say Donny with the first goal. That's gonna be a penalty. And he's gonna do the Bruno dink. And I hope Bruno is relaxed somewhere like by his pool, with his wife and his kids, just having a ball, not thinking about football, because that man needs a break. But yeah, guys, that's our show for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will see you. What day is it today? We'll see you. Temi and Kardik will be doing match day from what time? 10 to. We're playing at 8, are we? We're playing the late game.
Yeah. So
yeah.
7 or 6:50.
6:50. Yeah, from 6:50. All 3 nights place to be. Come over. Stuart, you can. Stuart. Oh, look, if we win 3-0 and he scores, then amazing. Come over, subscribe to the channel, join with us, be with us all day. It's the best place to be. Post-match reaction as well. Give the guys a follow on their Twitter. Be sound, be wonderful, be great. And the Reds are marching towards an FA Cup. So see you there, guys.